So let's see, what else do we need on our recipe? The cheddar cheese, the milk, the ham. We took the ham out, no ham. Now it calls for white bread. White bread? Why are they putting white bread in there? Anyway, I don't have any bread. So, hey, guess what? We're going to have to go to the grocery store to pick that up. Let's go. I'll see you there. Let's see here. We have a lot of breads to choose from. I guess we might as well take a white bread since the recipe originally called for white bread. Grab one of them. Here's some whole wheat. What else do we have to choose from? Potato? Nah, I think we'll skip the potato bread. Here is a 10-grain bread. Oh, butter top wheat. Wouldn't that be nice? Oats and honey. And here's 12-grain, even better. 12-grain. Let's see, what else do we have here? Here's more white. We're only going to get one white bread because I can pretty much guarantee you this recipe is not going to be made with white bread. Butter top wheat, that would be nice. Oh, we already have butter top. Let's put that back and get a split top. That's different. Split top wheat. And here's another whole wheat. High fiber, that's okay, we'll skip that. Italian, not today. Let's see, 100% whole wheat, that sounds good. Hot dog buns, that won't work. Natural, let's get some natural. That sounds pretty healthy, doesn't it? Here's old-fashioned natural. Oh my, here's the expensive bread department. Let's see, what shall I get? How about some buttermilk wheat? And I'll get another natural, but this time natural whole grain wheat. And while we're at it, we'll get some honeyberry. Honeyberry. So I wonder what honeyberries are. Let's head over to the bakery department, see if we can find some fresh bread, and then we'll go to the deli before we go back to our kitchen. Wow, that's a lot of bread. We've got about $40 worth of bread here. Guess we better head back to the kitchen and get to work, huh?
Whew, that was a quick trip. Wow, look at all this bread. We got whole grain, we got natural, we got whole wheat, we got white. I guess you guys have probably figured out by now that I'm a whole wheat, whole grain nut. So what is whole grain bread? I can pretty much give you a brief overview of what wheat actually is. It's 4 layers. And the husk, the first layer, is not eaten at all. And then you have the bran and the fiber, or the bran, which is where the fiber is. And it's also where you get your protein, your nutrients. And then you also have the germ, which includes your oils and more protein and nutrients. And then the center of your whole wheat is the endosperm, and that's where the starch is. So when you take white flour, or white bread, it's made with strictly flour that's been stripped of the bran and the germ, so it's all starch. And so let's take a look. Like here we have our white bread, and when you buy bread in the grocery store, if it says 100% or whole, that's the law. It has to say that if it's truly whole grain. So if it doesn't say 100% or whole as the very word right in front of the type of grain, doesn't matter if it's wheat, doesn't matter if it's corn, rye, why you have to make it better. The reason that this is enriched wheat is because they add vitamins and nutrients back in because they've stripped them away. But they're not as good as the natural ones, and you can't add the fiber, and you can't add the protein back in. So why do they do that? Why do they strip it? The reason is because the modern technology, when they are doing their processing, it creates so much heat with the steel grinders that the oil in the bread goes rancid. So they have to strip it away so that they can sell it. So the only way that you can have whole grain bread is when you stone grind it at a slower process. And so there's no heat produced during that process, so they can leave the germ and the bran in there. So because it's a slower technique, so it's more nutritious when it's natural. So here we have natural bread. Oh, it says wheat flour. It's not even enriched. They didn't put the spices back. And the next ingredient is fructose. That's sugar. So that's pretty much the same as white bread. We'll just get rid of that. Next we have 10 grain, and your 10 grain bread too. It's just bleached flour, but why is it darker? Caramel color. Oh, imagine that. Okay, we'll get rid of that one too. And then bromated flour. You do not want that bread. Now this bread is actually one of our best choices because it says, oh no, I'm sorry, it is not a good choice. It's enriched wheat. More enriched wheat. Oats and honey. This was one of the ones I kind of liked. Oats and honey. This one is made with stone ground whole wheat flour. Good. First ingredient, something we're really looking for. Ding, ding, ding. This one is one of the winners. And then it has enriched wheat flour second. Okay, so we want one that's all pile because it does have the first ingredient is the main ingredient. This one is a honeyberry. What is a honeyberry anyway? This is, what do we got here? With whole wheat second. So this is kind of a marginal one, but we already have one here that has whole wheat first. So we're just going to get rid of that. Next we have pumpernickel. You know, pumpernickel, people say rye bread, but you know what? Even when you have rye bread, they're using wheat flour. The first ingredient here is enriched wheat flour. Probably threw some raw. And then we have 100% right in the label. Good sign. Good sign. Let's see here. What do we got in this one? Stone ground whole wheat flour. Good choice. Look down, and the next thing is wheat gluten. Hey, 2 good wheat products right in a row. Not even a chemical in your first 3 ingredients. If your first 3 ingredients are healthy food like wheat, whole wheat, is what we're talking about here, and not sugar. Your first 3 ingredients are your primary ingredient. Stone ground wheat flour, wheat gluten, and then down the line a little ways it has soybean oil. This is a nice choice. So far I like that one the best. So we're moving down here, and this one is 100% whole wheat too, another good choice. So stone ground whole wheat. I'm going to put this one on this side. And here we have another 100%. So our last ones, how did that work out? All ended up being some of our best ones. Stone ground whole wheat flour, soybean flour. Good, soybean flour. You know what? I like this one best. You know what? I'm just going to select this one here for our recipe and get this thing in the oven. Let's see here. We're going to make, finish our eggs. Let's get them in.